and gentlemen, welcome to this place. Make sure you share. Today we want to talk about the diaspora and the contributions that the diaspora provide to the people of southern Cameroon. But on the contrary, we will discuss how the La Republic government has hindered the progress, has hindered the necessary development that the diasporans want to come and do within their own area of jurisdiction. It has become an issue that even you are a born Cameroonian, you go back to Cameroon and say that you want to come and develop or you want to come and do something there. The fact that you have another citizenship, it becomes difficult. And it has become a very new normal that they will do that just to hold you down. Okay? We have seen this example in many instances. Okay? Where the fact that they don't want you to come and take their jobs, take their what they will know that is theirs, they will do everything to destroy any person that want to come and develop, or anyone that want to come to invest. Okay, and they are doing this intentionally to disrupt those diasporans that want to come back to help, that want to come back to their country, or coming back to help in the development, in the progress, okay, in the foreign direct investments. Okay, they will make sure that they disrupt that person from doing that. That is what we have seen along the years. But let's look at it this way. The benefit of the diasporans. La Republic government have done everything to silence the diasporans. Not only Ambazonian diasporans, okay, they have refused to even discuss the dual nationality in the Parliament of Cameroon. Okay, and the reasons are very elaborate. You see that a lot of the resources, human resources, economic resources, cultural, all types of resources that the diasporans want to come and bring, they have stalled it because of political reasons, because of interest. Okay, they have interest. They have made the fact that the government has labeled the diasporans as traitors, as outsiders, as sometimes they call all kinds of names to diasporans. Why? Because they want to paint a very black image on the diasporans. Okay, whereas look at all this paint that they have painted the diasporans along the years. But if you look at only remittances, millions, billions of dollars of CFA that is being shipped to that country from the diaspora, the government don't explain to their people about that. They don't explain that the diasporans, when they're coming back to Cameroon, they are coming with businesses. They're coming to invest. Diasporans are not coming there when they don't have money. Diasporans don't come to take your money from Cameroon. Diasporans come there to invest in their local community, to try to help. But what happens? You've heard stories of how someone will come from abroad, they will try to stall them, they will try to do everything. they'll try to make sure that they silence them. Okay, that is what happens, and at the end of the day, it is just unbearable in the fact that those politicians who want to stay in power, they want to keep their superiority, and any diaspora who come from they say they are too westernized. When you come from abroad, they say you are too westernized, you are too strict, you are too, you don't want them to be corrupt. You are too that westernized means that you are too strict. They don't want that kind of person. And when you do that, you see that they are against you. Okay, the exploitation, all these are part of how the diasporans become frustrated. They will frustrate you financially. They will make you not to want to come and do business back there. You have heard stories of people who go with containers, people who go with businesses, people who go to even work there from abroad. Like my case, it's become frustrating because I left abroad. A company appointed me to go and head their company there in Cameroon, in Douala. I was a director there, but the system there is so difficult. It's so different. Even though I work in a foreign company, the system there is built for people who know how to bribe, who know how to manipulate, who know how to learn the thievery of the system. That's how it is. And if you are a diaspora person, you become too strict on them, they will not like you there. Okay, I will be that kind of person that when I go at work at 8 o'clock in the morning, people will come to work at 10 o'clock in the morning. I was like, how do you want to get paid if you are going to work at 10 o'clock? You have to be at work at 8. I understand Douala had a little traffic, traffic and all those things. People have difficulty movement and transportation. But if you know that you have to start work at 8 o'clock, why do you leave work? Why do you leave your house at around 7 something where you know that traffic will hold you? Before you arrive work, you'll be 9:30, 10 o'clock. And how do you be effective in your job if you don't want to be on time? First of all, when I questioned the employees, they were very they said, I've come without my westernized mentality. I've come without my white man style to come and control them. I'm like, so you want to get paid, but you don't want to work. You said the diaspora, you come from white man country, you want to come and show us how to work, you want to come and do this. The mentality has been so different that when you carry that mentality there, it's so difficult. Whereas you are showing them the right way how to do things, they'll tell you you are too young to be our director. You are too this, because they believe that directors should be older people. I was having meetings with old people from different companies, but I, as a director of that company, lucky enough, it's a foreign company, so it had nothing to do with anybody in Cameroon. All my salary was coming from Dubai. I had all my payments from abroad, so I had to answer to nobody. So they were so mad because I called and I said, if you don't come, I'll fire you. And I had no business trying to argue with you about coming to work on time. Okay, the custom, the system, the culture of the working environment is so destabilized that they have that mentality that it's their right to come late, and you can't fire them. I mean, you go late to work, then what? Why do you want to be employed? Why? Before I continue the discussion, I want to let us know that we have the Diaspora match. It's taking place in Washington, D.C. Remember, Donald Trump is being installed. Inauguration of Donald Trump will take place. So we are having this this march. That has a flyer, as you can see. Demonstration in Washington, D.C. Please join all Ambazonians. Okay. President Donald Trump, the presidential inauguration is taking place on Monday, the 20th. So please, arrival time begins at 5 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. It means 11 a.m. Amber time. Inauguration event starts at 9 a.m. Okay. So it starts at 3 p.m. Amber time. So please, the address is there. They say it's 215 Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C. Okay, that is the base of the Washington Monument. Okay, address of the Department of Commerce is there, 1401 Constitutional Avenue. Okay, if you want to send your feedback to crimeagainstambazonian@gmail.com. Please, this is where they'll assemble. Okay, they say we will assemble to demonstrate at the intersection of the 14th Street and the Constitutional Avenue. Okay, that is the address as I just read to you. Please, all Ambazonians, all the diasporans in America, those in Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, New York, all road leads to Washington, D.C. on Monday, the 20th of January. Don't forget, please, let's make it a date as we have always done. The diasporans have always been very pushy when it comes to demonstration, protests. We have had several protests in New York in front of the United Nations. We've had several protests in front of the White House. We've had several protests. Okay, that is the role of the diaspora. The government of Cameroon will tell you different image of the diaspora. Oh, those guys are terrorists. Oh, those guys are this. Oh, those guys are this. Just to paint a very bleak image about the diasporans. But when you come to diaspora, when you come to the US, everybody is busy doing their professional businesses. People are work. We have medical doctors. We have engineers. We have IT professionals. Everybody is doing something. Okay, so people think that diasporans are so that they have time. Diasporans don't have time to do anything. Everybody is busy working. Okay, the little time we have is the time we sacrifice for the struggle of the people to liberate the people of Southern Cameroon. Every diaspora is working. It's not in Cameroon that people are jobless. The government cannot create jobs. All the youths in Cameroon are driving are bike riders. Is that the future of the youths? The government cannot create jobs. The creation of companies is automatic creation of jobs. Road construction, infrastructure development is automatic creation of jobs. Why can't the government do that for these bike riders? Full in Douala. Thousands of youth are riding their bikes because the government cannot create them jobs. They don't have. They'll go to school. They come back, no jobs. That's why the essence of school has gone down the drain, because they don't know the essence of going to school. The role of the diaspora has been made to be a very bleak, different image. When diasporans struggle, make money, raise money, they go back home. Most of the time, see how people are being treated when you send a container in Douala. Those people come and look at your container like that. They just say you give 10 million. They don't even know how much you can even make in that container as a business person. How do you encourage people to come with containers? How do you encourage people to come with businesses if those people there are just waiting for you? When you come, they will assess your car, assess your goods, assess everything. They give you a bill. You look at the bill, you ask yourself, do these people really care to encourage people to come and do business? Or what they care is to cripple you not to do business anymore? We have seen situations where a lot of Southern Cameroonians and Cameroonians go back to Africa to do business, and they are discouraged because the custom system is not organized. Anytime you send container to Africa, you don't know what will happen to your container. You don't know, because if you meet a bad person, the person will give you a bill that you might abandon your container. I've seen a lot of people abandoning containers there. Imagine your hard-earned money, struggle that you want to go and do business back in your country. You carry things, put some cars, pull your goods, take to Cameroon. When you reach at the airport, at the seaport, they give you a bill that they intentionally want you to, they want to cripple you. The sense of belonging, the sense of that dual nationality has been eroded. Most Cameroonians abroad have dual nationality because they don't feel belong, especially Cameroonese. For Ambazonians, we are not part of that nonsense anymore, because we realized long ago the mentality of the government of Cameroon is to scare away people who are abroad. Okay, I'll play this. You listen from Jean Momo. This is a minister saying this. Listen to this minister in Cameroon. This is a Cameroon minister explaining to you how the government does this to scare away diasporans. It's an intentional thing they do. If you go there with your business, you go there with anything you have, they want to scare you away because they are afraid of you coming to take their job, coming to take their positions, coming to do this. That is why this will explain to you. Listen to Jean Momo de Dieu.
La double nationalité c'est-à-dire que le rejet de la double nationalité vise un objectif de contrôle du pouvoir, de maintien au pouvoir. On est en train de faire sortir les juifs du Cameroun. On est en train de faire sortir une masse de peuples qui ne sont pas proches du pouvoir. On les fait sortir et pour se débrouiller dehors, ils prennent la nationalité équato-guinéenne, gabonaise.
I think let me translate, because he's saying that the intention of the government of refusing this dual nationality thing, a lot of Cameroonians, even people who are intellectuals, business people, engineers, diasporans, 80% of diasporans are people who have gone to school, they have professional degrees, lots of them. But what does the government do? They will prefer to jail you people. They will prefer to disrupt your businesses than to allow you to come back to Cameroon. See, look at the doctors that they have jailed in La République du Cameroun. Ambazonian doctors. All the Nera 10 are all doctors. Dr. Ngalafo, Dr. Awasum, all those people are being locked up. But those are people who the government can use to be productive members of the society. They don't want. Because the members of government don't even know what is a master's degree. but they'll be locking up doctors. What does that tell you? It ring a bell, because those are people who want change. They are not terrorists. They are not bad guys. The United Nations have asked the Cameroon government, go to negotiation with these people. How many diasporans, Ambazonian diasporans, are doctors, medical doctors, engineers? How many? But because of the fear of the unknown, the government of La République is just afraid. Continue listening to Jean de Momo.
Pour se présenter comme député, on lui a dit, monsieur, vous êtes français. On l'a rejeté. Donc, le Cameroun utilise ça pour protéger le pouvoir. Parce que le pouvoir en place est en train de se reproduire. Et le fils de Memego est déjà administrateur civil principal, le premier adjoint préfectoral du Bouri. Il remplacera déjà le père. Le fils de général Paye est déjà colonel. Il remplacera le père quand il sera colonel. Donc il y a beaucoup de fils des grands. Les Pondi a remplacé le père. Pondi qui est machin là. Amérique. Oui, il a remplacé le père. Secrétaire général de l'université Yaoundé. Exactement. 1 ou 2, je crois. Donc il y a les fils de ces gens-là. Il n'y a que Mathias, le pauvre Mathias, qui au lieu de se taire et de remplacer le père, il est là pour bavarder jusqu'à on l'a exclu. Donc bref, pour ça c'est pour rire. Mais pour dire sérieusement, le régime est en train de se reproduire. Il a déjà des réserves pour 2050. Bon, maintenant qu'il a déjà des réserves pour 2050, nous autres, les autres, comme nous, moi je sais que mes enfants ne peuvent pas avoir une place au soleil, au pouvoir. Si on me combat, a fortiori, on combattra mes enfants. Donc le salut de mes enfants ne sera qu'à l'étranger. Et ils seront, pour qu'ils soient intégrés là-bas, ou là-bas ce n'est pas évident. On est en train de les combattre en France. On dit que vous venez prendre nos emplois.
Let me translate. Okay, Jean de Momo just made a very good point. He mentioned all those aspects. There are people like he mentioned Mongo Betty. Mongo Betty is a very renowned writer, very genuine intellectual, a professor in a university. He came back, he wanted to run for office. They said, no, you are a foreign national. You cannot run for office. Someone like, example of people who wanted to come and change the system, but they were rejected because of dual nationality. But majority of the ministers in Cameroon, they have dual nationality. But if you are a foreigner that they want to block, be it for business wise, for political reasons, for economic reasons, they will block you not to come. Why? Because of the fear of the unknown. The benefit that the diasporans bring to Africa, the politicians don't want the local population to know. Let's take one aspect, remittance. How much money does the diaspora ship back to Africa per year, annually? How much money? Think of it. Billions and billions of francs CFA is being shipped to Africa due to the hard work of diasporans. But the governments of Africa want to make you believe that those people in diaspora are useless people. They are jobless people. They don't know what they are doing. Oh, they are people, they are criminals. That's a picture governments in Africa wants you to know about the diasporans. But think of why governments, the government abroad, American government, Canada government, these other governments are playing lottery. Why are they playing lottery? They're playing lottery to squeeze the human resources. They are taking those good resources that the government cannot use. Those resources that the government want to go and be driving bikes, bensiking. Those are the genuine intellectuals that the foreign government are extracting. And the local government there, for fear of the unknown, they will say those guys are armed robbers, they are this, they are terrorists, they are this and that. Any government that behaves like that is a dictatorial government. The government that does not want challenge. When you challenge them, it's a problem. The diasporans have never had a good image. Why? Because they are protectorate of their positions. They think that if the diaspora comes, the diaspora will come and take off their positions. And they have planted, like Jamomo just mentioned, they have planted their children, their sons and daughters, to take over from them. So that's why they can keep Pobia for the next 7 years, because those people will be retiring. They are fitting in their sons and daughters in those positions. That's how father to son relationship has destroyed most of the African governments. And today we see that happening in many countries, where father to son, father to daughter relationship, that when the parents are leaving office, they are bringing in their daughters and sons to replace them, which is not out of merit. So this issue of dual nationality is a very pertinent issue. If you look at it critically, most African countries have faced the challenge of dealing with the diasporans. Okay, because the diaspora has a lot of work to do. Advocacy. See, now we have like protests that will have to go for protests. All along the past 7 years of the crisis in southern Cameroon, diasporans have played a very good role. But the government will try to change the mindset of the local population to look at the diaspora in a different way. Okay? Think of the demonstration. Think of the use of social media. Think of advocacy. Think of all these different human rights defenses that we are doing abroad. Think of it when the crisis started. If not of the diaspora, think of what the regime of Biya could have done to the people of Southern Cameroon. Think of it. If not of the diaspora standing up and say enough is enough. The economic crisis going on today, the financial support and remittances that the diaspora is pouring into the families for financial support to the family, having community projects, local organizations trying to pour money there to support households, is part of what we're doing. But the government will not tell you that. The government will not tell you that. Think of how much money diasporans pour into the family, to support the family, to sustain families back home. Think of it. Think of all these different NGOs that diasporans create. They form these NGOs, non-governmental organizations. They go back to Cameroon. The government frustrates all these projects. Sometimes you write very good projects, you send to Cameroon, the government officials sit on it. You do everything you want to build capacity, education, to facilitate access to resources. You bring professors, doctors abroad to come and help for projects there. They frustrate every effort. So that is the role of the government of Cameroon, to frustrate any good endeavor that can portray the diasporans as nice. They want them to say, hey, I'm the one, the government is in charge. The government is in charge of doing this. The government is in charge of fixing the roads. The government is in charge of this providing education. Okay. And that is a problem, because we have lots of NGOs in abroad that are ready to go back there and do something, and support, give foreign aids. But when you go with those people back there, the government frustrate all your collaboration effort. They frustrate it. They either turn against you, they either paint a bad image, change the mindset of those foreign investors against you. Sometimes the government will just jail you and put different kind of accusation, false accusation against you. You have done this, you have done that, just to frustrate you. Many diasporans are now, some have struggled to come out, some are languishing in jail for nothing. I've heard stories of diasporans who go back there, build a hotel, do this, but the government paint an image on them. Oh, they are supporting this. Oh, they are this, they are this, they are terrorists. Bam, they collect them, go and lock them, and they have to stay in jail. Incommunicado, just because they become targets. A lot of diaspora has faced this government targeting. Okay, because of our political engagement, our philanthropic activities that we do, the government don't like, because the government see it as a challenge. Okay, see it as something that is more dangerous to them. They don't look it as something that you are doing with all your good heart to support, to build, to develop the country. They don't look at it that way. They look at it, this guy want to come and what is this guy coming to show us? What is this guy trying to tell us? Okay, so the mindset of the people against the diaspora is not nice. You can look at those French guys there called the bars, or the different diasporans, Ambazonian diasporans, who are fighting for all kinds of political engagement, trying to make that change happen. The influence of trying to work with the foreign governments, trying to bring international bodies attention on the crisis. The government don't like that. They like the status quo. For the past 42 years, that CPDN regime is okay with them to let the government stay like that, let the regime stay like that, let the ministers stay like that. They don't want change. Change is a threat. Be it economic change, political change, nothing they don't want. They want the status quo to stay like that because it benefits them. When we're talking about exilees going back to, you will see that a lot of government like to see people on exile, because those diasporans on exile are a threat to their hegemony, to their rule. They look at the diasporans as people who want to come and topple the government. They don't look at the diasporans as people who can bring that capacity building, that financial support, to bring all this initiative to help the government. The government don't see like that. They look at it on a different way. They paint the diaspora in a different picture. And that's the problem, that till today, Cameroon government does not want to implement dual nationality. Okay. Why are different countries so happy to give nationalities to other nationalities, but some countries don't want to give nationalities to other nationalities? Why? America don't care whether you are another citizen. They will give you nationality if you want. They will not tell you to cancel your first nationality. Americans, once you are naturalized, America will not care whether you are a Cameroonian or whether you are from France no, they will give you a nationality. But if you go to Cameroon and other African countries today, the fact that you are from this country, they don't want you to have other nationalities. But most of the ministers, most of these people, their children are abroad. They have bought all foreign nationalities. They are all engaged. Send their children to all these universities abroad. That is the problem. Okay. And we see that happening in most of these cases. Okay, that is a problem. Think of it. Think of it, and that is why we are saying that the government of Cameroon is so naive. It's so naive. Listen to it.
Donc on sera quelque part des apatrides demain. Parce qu'on ne pourra pas avoir la possibilité de rentrer chez nous pour avoir pris une nationalité étrangère. Et donc le pouvoir utilise ça contre nous pour nous maintenir dehors et se reproduire et renouveler son pouvoir. Et ça c'est dangereux. C'est très dangereux parce que on a vu que Kigali, au Rwanda, ceux qui avaient pris le pouvoir contre la royauté avaient chassé les Tutsis. Mais quand les Tutsis, donc Kagame, se sont formés dehors en Ouganda et sont revenus plutôt avec la violence, avec la guerre. Et il y a eu ce qu'on a appelé le génocide du Rwanda. Donc que ceux qui fassent ça ne pensent pas que ces gens-là vont rester éternellement en exil.
Yeah. So this is a minister. I'm playing this because you should understand. This is not like this is a government minister saying the importance of diaspora. The government don't understand that. They want to stay in power, so they will do everything to disrupt the system just because they want to stay in power. They want everything. Okay, and the government is not doing anything. For the past 42 years, we have seen the same thing, the same mismanagement, the same issue happening. Anyway, the diasporans have their role. They know their role. We have seen changes abroad. We have witnessed all sorts of developmental projects abroad. So the governments of Africa will not distort the progress, will not distort the vision of the diasporans, because the diasporans play a very vital role in helping the governments of Africa. If Cameroon government think that the diasporans has a call them, that is their problem. That is why the country is going down economically, politically, and educationally. The government is running out of steam. The diasporans have their role and they know their role. If the government need them, if the foreign government are looking for human resources, the government of Africa are instead sending them out as exile, instead of using those human resources to push the economy of the African countries. They don't do that. How do you grow an economy? How do you grow the educational system? How do you grow your infrastructure if you don't have engineers, if you don't have educationists, if you don't have people who understand? Okay, if you keep those politicians there who don't know nothing, the government will never progress. Will never progress. It was doing the same wrong things for 42 years that Paul Biya has been in power. But go to prison, to Kondenge prison. Go and see how many doctors are now languishing in the Kondenge prison. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Those are diasporans. Those are foreign people who are Cameroonians. They came there. They want to develop the country. They don't like. Even I can give you example of footballers. Aurelien, Mbappe, all these people are players, are from Cameroon. They went to Cameroon. The government of Cameroon rejected them. Mbappe, the father of Mbappe, begged Cameroon government to put Mbappe in the Cameroon national team. They rejected. But now look at Mbappe. He's the best player in the world. Those are the examples. There are so many examples. That's just in soccer or football I'm trying to give. But check other examples. Basketball, we have people who are playing in the American NBA today. Many examples like that. They are rejected. because they have foreign nationality. Then when they go back to Cameroon, the Cameroon government say, no, you are not Cameroonian. That is the consequence of the dual nationality that we are talking today. Until the government of Cameroon understand the benefit of the diasporans, both Southern Cameroonian and Cameroonian, they will understand the benefit that it can bring to the economy, the political and socio-cultural system of that country. Till then, they'll keep languishing in their economic despair and political uproar. Thank you for listening. God bless you. God bless. Please make sure you share. See you in the next episode. God bless you. This has been Comrade Fritz Misodi.